Probably.
You guys doing this? I called my mom and tell her to watch the show.
I Facebooked everybody.
I did just like you asked.
What
Can I have
does
my kids
Travis
back?
do for a living?
What hurts?
What does Travis do for a living? Doesn't he sell like tractors or something?
No, well, I can't really describe what his current job is, but something to do with like implementing like safety software. He went to school for like safety regulation, like college. So he worked for years at John Deere and like a head of safety department.
Well, we're
kinda
live,
shit.
so whatever you're saying,
All right.
you're broadcasting to the
Whatever,
world.
Trav.
It's quite literally the lamest thing I've ever heard. Also,
His job? Oh, it sounds terrible now because he works indoors.
like I went to school for how to clean cutlery.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what I
we
mean?
make
Like, what,
fun
the
all the time.
safety?
Yep. He's got like
Stop giving him
charts of, like,
reasons
how much
to talk.
Dude,
How much
hold
do you
on,
pay
this
an employee
dude-
if you cut off his thumb?
Stop giving him
dude-
reasons to talk. Just do the show. Just do the
dude
show.
Yeah, did
that
you guys do a
almost
bunch
got
of fucking
murdered.
blow or something?
mean,
like
really,
what
dude.
the?
The dude who
out
almost
here.
got murdered by a tiger is now a safety consultant for John Deere.
Hey,
Exactly, I know, right?
You know what?
Cool.
Travis better
Safety
get in the chat.
pays.
All right,
Well, it
this
comes
is-
full circle.
Alright.
Way to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, doofuses and duchess of York. Tonight on the Red Eye Report, we're going to talk about the shit show that is Nikola Motors. You see some of these pictures, you might remember it was kind of like a blip that you may have forgotten if you didn't give a shit about investing into the new high fancy pantsy companies.
Yeah, I was
We've got
totally
with us-
fucking kidding when I said, "Is that related to Tesla?"
Well, the thing is that it seems like it's like the Transformers compared to what was
Oh,
the
the
GoBots?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So like,
Pause for
it's
the
like,
cause.
like Tesla already was like a company prior to fucking Nikola, and before I
hit it with you,
forget,
Teddy.
before we must introduce ourselves, we've got here tonight we got Muffin Top Mistic and Mutual Meat Shits Oracle,
Hell yeah.
Tender Tit Teddy, and Ass Licking Ashtray.
Don't talk about my titty tits.
And
Hold
it's
my
time
hand while we stream fucking meat out of our assholes.
I'm assuming that is going to be your fuck what you think. Now time for the moment of inhalants.
Pause for the cause.
This is a fucking
Pause
for
for
the
the
cause, whatever.
cause.
Yeah,
such
hold
a
on.
train wreck already.
Yeah, he like started the show and then he did the intro. It was awesome. I love this.
Don't worry.
Just talking like we
Tell
had our
me to wing
mics on. Fucking
Tell me to wing it.
thought it was.
All right.
Got caught on the hot mic.
So
Live.
go to my show notes.
Is that
All
a
right.
spiral notebook?
You fucking ain't right. It is.
Old
Don't you have
bastard.
like 3 screens in front of you?
Yeah, I can't. Like to make the notes stick, I got to write it down. So fuck you.
Kids like type it out. and put it
Nikola
on the screen.
Motors was a company that like basically promised this amazing as you see there, semi that was going to run on hydrogen power. And it all started to this guy Trevor Milton. Old Trevor Milton. Show that little older ID there for youpillar.com.
Oh, okay. Yep.
He was born in 1982. So it's like this fucker's like only a year older than me in Utah. And he apparently had a bad upbringing. Well, his mother died of cancer and he had to like grow up with an invalid mother, vomiting blood, and his dad worked 4 hours away. Of course, this is like probably what he shared when he was talking about himself. And he also went on a Mormon mission trip down to Guatemala or whatever, and he's like, oh, I want to do something to change the world. So he comes back to Utah and he takes 1 semester of sales and marketing at the Utah State University, and then he dropped out.
He's
And
all learned
like-
up.
Well, that's because God told him what he needed to know about sailing. So you know.
Yeah, right. It's like
Get
God
the
was
fuck
like,
out.
you would have learned enough, Trevor. And
John Smith fucking told him. Isn't that the Mormon guy?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, John Smith had the
God.
gold plates,
That's
which
Utah
taught him.
State, though, man. Not
Says
Brigham
him right
Young. Come on.
Dude, Utah's owned by the Mormons. That's one reason why I will never go
I'm
to that
just
state.
Oh, yeah.
saying. Just saying.
Will
So he
never go to
started an
Utah.
alarm company. Like his first company, he started this alarm company. He sold it. He then turned around and sold it for $300,000 to another buyer. And basically,
So they
that
just
buyer,
made alarms, right? House alarms?
I-
Fire alarms?
no, I think what it was is like they installed like an ADT, but like a private, alarm installation company. He then
Gotcha.
sold it to another company, but that buyer ended up taking a loss because he just like basically sold it to the moon. Oh yeah, the potential revenue is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
He then decided, well, let's do something to save the world. So he starts this company called D-Hybrid, and their whole gist was that they were going to convert diesel engines to natural gas. The thing is that it's that natural gas running vehicles is actually like there's solid science behind it. And there are vehicles that run on natural gas.
Honda makes one.
What's that?
Honda makes one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
City buses and
Air-
shit.
Clarity.
the old
Yeah.
fucking what do you call it? Badger cab here would run on natural gas. You know, they got just like a
Yeah.
weird gas cap and a fucking tank in the trunk. But anyways, so like their idea is that they're gonna retrofit existing diesel engines to then run on
Gotcha.
natural gas instead. And yeah, he has no formal engineering experience, but he somehow
Hey,
convinced.
where there's a will, there's a way, bro. Okay?
This is an
YouTube,
entire
man. YouTube has it all. about.
Exactly.
this is an entire story of fake it till you make
Did
it.
he? I mean,
Right.
did he do it at all? Did he have any success, like actually doing
so
this?
apparently, like somehow he raised the money or whatever. So he got Swift Transportation Company to invest $2 million for them to do an initial 10 truck trial run, and then it was like going to be an I can't remember if it was another 80 or 100 trucks after the trial run is what the initial deal was. Turned out he only delivered 5 vehicles, and so they were like what it was is they were initially starting them in garbage trucks. They're like converting diesel garbage trucks to this natural gas, and there's like recorded audio from previous engineers or whatever that they hired to try to make this fucking pie in the sky dream possible. They're like literally like there were moments where the engine parts were like falling out from under these garbage trucks towards like it could be like someone could have been killed because like the engine just fell out of the fucking vehicle.
Nice. Yeah, because it's like me going, "Hey, I'm gonna build a bridge."
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't fucking know anything about that. What the fuck?
Mhm. And so of course Swift Transportation's like, what the fuck? You only delivered 5 trucks and they suck. Like they don't do anything that they promised. They didn't meet any of these like what stated goals because he's like, we got this technology that's it's like going to be this X amount more fuel efficient, less environmental pollution, blah blah blah. So D-Hybrid starts getting lawsuits against it. So Trevor Milton and his dad actually joined him in this part. They started a new company called D-Hybrid Systems, not just D-Hybrid.
Mm-hmm.
But it was somehow like I don't know if it was because it's in fucking Utah maybe, but it basically was like, oh well, we'll just start a new company and take our intellectual property somewhere else. And like left Swift Transportation with the original D Hybrid company and nothing in it. You know,
Oh
like
wow.
just basically skirted the legal problems by abandoning the company and starting a new one.
Wow.
Oh.
And it worked.
That is some white people shit right there.
That's some
it worked.
great
That
white
is some
people
white
shit.
people
Yeah.
shit right there.
It worked.
But to be fair, if black people had the fucking
To be
money to
fair-
do that, they would do it.
Oh
So
yeah.
don't give me that.
Right, yeah, but that's why it's a white person thing to do.
Oh, you're right. I'm
it
agreeing
was
with you.
stated.
Yeah.
It was stated in the name.
But it could be a black.
right, if
It could,
everybody was
it could be,
millionaires,
but
we
it's
would
not.
all
That's why it's called a white person thing. Just stop it.
Well, we
Okay.
need to work toward you guys getting that ability to shice
yeah,
people
right,
out of
Teddy.
money.
You
Teddy.
guys should be able
Right?
to create and securities
Right.
fraud and embezzlement.
Yeah.
We should, but they won't let
Why
us in the
mug
banks.
people when you could just steal money from a bank?
Because they
Yeah,
won't let us.
right.
Because they won't let us in the banks.
Well, we're trying to change that, bud. All right.
Yeah, it'll take. We'll get there someday. So while he creates this hybrid systems as basically somehow like, well, we'll just invent a new company and leave the old companies. And like, so you're suing this old company we're not a part of anymore, I guess, is how he got away
Yeah.
with it.
Wow.
It's just like so fucking crazy. So then 2014, he created Nikola Motors. And it was Nikola Motors was going to be as well a natural gas truck, but it was like the whole pitch was it's going to change. It's going to shake up the entire trucking industry. It can go 1,000 miles without stopping, and it only takes
Wow.
15 minutes to refill.
Oh God.
Yeah, 15 minutes to refill. So then we'll get down here. You can bring that. You see that U.S. Express. You can click on that Nikola One debut event. What's that, Teddy?
And this truck that took 15 minutes to refill, or 15 seconds to refill, is it a
15
natural
minutes
gas
to refill.
Oh, 15 minutes. Okay.
Supposedly, yeah. It was pitched as a natural gas truck, but
Okay.
yeah, put the audio of this crazy.
I mean, how
event they
often?
had.
I mean, I don't know of a natural gas filling station anywhere. Like how many of those
There are
are they? And how far apart are they for the? If they can go 1,000 miles without stopping, so.
exactly. There's this old.
Well, it doesn't.
Look at
doesn't
this
matter.
This old. I can't hear it, but
Mhm.
can the audience hear it?
Yeah, they can.
It looks like a.
Okay, yeah. She's hyping up the fucking thing.
looks
It's
like
like, oh yeah. Basically, the whole thing was like, it was right even before. Okay, so like they were gonna have a release date in December 2016, and they promised it was gonna be a fully functioning semi. And you see this whole fucking show here where they got the semi and the rotating pallet. Yeah, do you know how it was powered? It was powered through a cord through the floor. And the only thing really that functioned was the touch screens inside, and the rest of it was just designed. It was basically just a frame with axles, tires, and then the truck body. They only got 1 week before this event.
Wow.
Wow.
So they like hooked all the lights up and the touch screens. They made fake touchscreen software for it.
Dude, that's some super speed hustling.
Put the
Right.
decals.
I mean, really, they got
on
it in a
the
week.
side
They
that said
did all
hybrid.
this shit in a week. Like, dude, yeah, does it work? No, who fucking
Yeah.
cares? Make it look good.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, the thing too is like so. It was so December
Now,
was
that's
when
some
they were.
black people shit right there, Teddy.
December was
No, make it look good.
when this event
Make
was
it look
in
good.
August prior to this release event, because this is like the first release of the supposed hype. We made a switch. We're no longer going to be doing compressed natural gas. We're switching to hydrogen. And there were like employees in the company itself who were like, what?
Yeah,
we're
that's a
now-
pretty big fucking change.
Exactly. You can't. Yeah, it's just like whoa, switcheroo, like complete different way of powering your vehicle.
Right.
And he's like, well, hydrogen fuel it's much cheaper, blah, blah, blah. And so that's why they put this, like, you see the H2 on the side decals and stuff. Now, so then people were like, okay, you say it's fully functioning. I can't believe no one there at the event didn't say, like, turn it on. Let's hear
Right.
it.
You would think
It's
there would be
hydrogen. It's not like we're
insiders.
going to die of carbon monoxide, are we?
Right.
No.
Right. Yeah.
We might get some water out the exhaust pipe.
Yeah.
And no, I guess I don't know if any, like how they fucking talk
They
themselves.
probably asked and then
Alright.
they circumvented their questions. You know what I mean?
Exactly, like you do in journalism.
You hire people to wrangle that shit, man.
Mm-hmm. So then go the video there says Nikola won in motion.
Mm-hmm.
Because people are like, I don't think this vehicle even works. Like it's fully functional. We haven't even seen it move.
Mm-hmm.
So then they make this video, and it looks sexy.
Yeah.
Look at that, like steps that fold down.
It does have a nice stance too. I like
LED
the way
trim.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that truck looks like the fucking shitty Graviton truck in that shitty Michael Bay Transformers movie.
So this is their, like, okay, we're gonna have it. We'll show it in motion. That's what they named the video is called In Motion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they did? They rolled that. They towed
Body
that
over the
fucker
top
to the
of something?
top. What's that?
Oh, they just
No,
rolled
they
it down
towed
the
that
hill?
fucker up a hill and rolled it down. And
Play
made
the video again.
They made them.
That's
play it again.
amazing.
Play it
They-
again because the
it
way
is
they
a-
shot it, it made it look like it was going uphill.
Yeah, it like the thing is, it's a very sexy looking video. Of course,
Right.
they shoot it right at dawn, and
Yeah, whoever produced that video, that's some
A-
fucking genius work.
and the,
right there. Watch
well,
this.
and
You just watch the way it rolls.
the
It's
film
'cause he-
company. Yeah, you're right. Like,
Oh,
in
yeah.
reviewing it again. The film company had to sign non-disclosure agreements
Oh,
for this entire thing. And I guess they had to even like the door had to be taped so it wouldn't fall off. That's like how not together this thing was.
Oh, wow.
And people ate it up. They're like, yeah, oh my God, that looks fucking sexy. It's going to revolutionize. Because everybody wanted to be, they wanted to get in on the next Uber,
Yeah,
Tesla, and so then this is in like September 2019.
That shit had rack and penny steering. Trying to go down a hill and so on.
Yeah, right.
He was at age
No power.
37. He owned 40% of the company, which I gotta take a hit to
So he owned 40% of fucking shit.
process that.
Right.
40% of the company, but at age 37, it made him a billionaire.
What?
Well,
That's
the thing
how
is,
many
because
investors he got for it?
he was a billionaire because
Off of one fucking genius
without
shot
selling. Yeah. So let's see, where's this stat here? It was yeah. This is when they eventually went public. Initially, at a point when they went public, they were more valuable than Ford Motor Company, and yet they
What?
had not sold a single
What?
truck. They've sold
Yeah, that's just
pre-orders.
their
They were taking
evaluation.
pre-orders,
Yeah, it
and
was
they had
pre-orders, yeah.
investment capital.
That is
Yeah,
Yeah,
insane.
they had investment capital, but they
But, I
don't
mean,
have Ford.
right, but- So I'm guessing this guy's in jail.
I
Well,
hope.
he is. I don't think the case is finally hit court yet, but yeah, he has been charged and he's out on bail, of course. But it gets better.
Wow.
Yeah, he's
it
going
gets
to a place
better.
with no extradition.
Oh yeah, it gets better. He let's see here. So yeah, he owned 40% of the company. At 37, he was a billionaire, and then he proposes that he's like basically he's hyping this entire thing on Twitter as well. This is how crazy how, like, even though Twitter is like 10% of the world, if that even, it's like how much it makes a ripple effect out in the actual culture in real life.
Mhm.
Twitter is
He-
like 10% of the fucking user base that Facebook is.
Yeah,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's how little Twitter really is.
right. But yet it like
It's super
how
influential. You're
influential they can use that. So he's hyping it up that
right. Made Trump a president.
he's then right. Nikola then they plan to, because they've switched to hydrogen. They're gonna the key is that, so like when he's constantly burning through money, and so what he does, he continually comes up with these new, like, this is what we're doing, this is this innovative technology we have, schemes, and then more companies are like, oh yeah, because they started seeing these, like Anheuser-Busch did a pre-order for 800
Hmm.
Nikola One trucks. So they then proposed, or like what they said they were going to do is that they're going to do their own hydrogen fueling station network, which you can click on that video link there, which is kind of like how we sold the war to Iraq by saying, like, here's these, these rail train cars with weapons of mass destruction factories in them, and it was all just CG renderings,
Mhm.
But this hydrogen fueling station network was that basically Nikola claimed that they, or Trevor Milton claimed that they were able to produce hydrogen at 81% cheaper rate than current technology, which is like, anyone would be like, what? Game changer investors would be like, yeah. So he got BP to invest money.
Right. Okay. So if to say something like that, wouldn't they have to show like a rig or some kind of like proof of concept or something?
See, yeah,
Before
exactly.
they,
And
before
this
they
come
is
can
on,
get this
man.
money.
BP's going to invest that much money without investigating and like
I
seeing
mean,
shit
really,
up front.
that doesn't seem, that doesn't seem like something that would happen.
Oh yeah, no,
like
it's
Anheuser-Busch is just going to buy 800 trucks without seeing the motherfucker pull something first.
exactly. And that's the thing is like,
Weird.
how, like, how did he was he just that savvy as far as like, contract language and stuff? Like when it gets to the
Right.
nitty-gritty details, like I'm sure you could write a bunch of fluff to like in on paper to say what your technology can do.
Well, he could have pushed it like it was like, oh, people are getting on board. You got to get on board fast. You know
Well, that's
what I mean?
what
Like,
I think part of the hype was, and how people were fooled. So now go back to the outline there. So this whole pie in the sky hydrogen fueling station network we just saw there in CG.
Mhm.
Who was the director of hydrogen production? Well, it was
This
it
dude
was only his brother Travis Milton,
sitting next to a bucket of Quikrete.
whose previous
now that's
experience.
some white people shit.
Yep. His previous
Yeah, yeah.
experience was that he
I concur.
poured concrete and had done some. He had helped build a barn. Also, the head of infrastructure development, whose name was Dale Prowse. His previous experience was he was the manager of a golf club.
What the
This
fuck?
kid, Milton? What's his name? Milton, the main guy?
Trevor Milton.
He's going to be President Milton in about 35 years. Because
Right.
this seems like some Donald Trump style shit right here. Like,
Yeah. Right. Like as
like
he'll
Jared
like people
Kushner,
forget
who
about it.
had no idea, he's going to solve fucking the Middle East crisis. You know what I mean? That's the type of shit. This dude built a garage once and he's head of infrastructure.
Yeah.
Fuck's that all about?
So, but they said apparently, like employees had testified that Travis, the head of hydrogen production, was basically he was just kept around for like, hey Travis, grab that, like give me this tool, like like for the few engineers they actually had who were trying to make something work, and it just sounds like, that Trevor had like got conned enough investment that he was paying these people to try to make something happen, but they kind of all knew that like this wasn't gonna work.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so at this point, he had cashed out like $75 million worth of stock because they went public in June 4th, 2020. So mind you, this is also like right as the pandemic's going too. And like, I wonder how much of a factor it was that like it was easier to kind of skirt scrutiny.
Right, because people aren't
the
going to actually be
pandemic was going
sniffing
on.
around. You
Right.
say,
Well,
"Oh
like, yeah,
well,
just-
COVID protocol. Sorry,
Yep,
we
COVID
can't have
protocol.
anybody
You
around
can't come
here."
into our production facility, even though they didn't really have one. They let's see here. Yeah, so at that point, Trevor bought. He set a record for buying the most expensive property in Utah. This like. It's funny though. It's the most expensive property.
You got to
in
flex
Utah.
on your fellow Mormons
It was
sometimes.
30. It was like $32 million. But still,
should have bought the most expensive property in a non-extradition country. Is what you should have done.
right?
I fucking became somebody else. That's
right.
what I would have done.
That's an investment there.
Yeah. 75
So-
mil. I could easily live off of that for a while.
What happened to Trevor?
Yeah, so you have to keep in mind the timeline here. December 2016 is when they did that fake show there we saw. And then it was 2018 when they did the roll it down the hill shot. So then by November of 2019, he's now claiming, oh, we've got game-changing battery cell technology.
Holy shit. Elon Musk 2.0.
I know.
Energizer bunnies.
Except
I
Elon,
didn't have enough
except
time, but
Elon
I
Musk
wonder what
delivers.
I wonder if Elon ever tweeted about what a fucking shit show this was. He probably did.
Just laughed at it. Like, really?
So yeah, he claimed that they had 4 times the energy density of lithium-ion batteries, and it could power a Tesla Series S for 600 miles. And the thing is, though, the company itself had no patent engineers, no chemists, no research papers. For as far as like developing battery cell technology, yeah, you need chemists. Well, what it was is this claim was based on the fact that they bought this company called Zapgo for $56 million because they had the technology that was going to achieve this. Well, it turns out Zapgo was run by Charles Resnick, who also happened to literally like months prior scammed NASA
Oh my god!
out of money. He ended up using the money that NASA paid him for whatever he was claiming he was going to be able to do. He spent it on hookers.
Oh my god!
Yep.
This is the greatest
This Charles
thing I've
Resnick
ever
spent it on
heard.
hookers.
Holy
So-
shit!
What a
So
great story.
Charles
Oh.
Resnick.
How much money did NASA give him? There's got to be some millions.
I didn't get
some
the
blow on the
documentary didn't get into the details of how much he
Not
got from
government.
NASA.
hookers.
And I'm
Like,
sure
I mean-
NASA probably had a little more stricter
I
You know-
thought it had to be Viagra.
requirements, but but Zapgo, the company that this Charles Resnick, who scammed NASA just prior to scamming Nikola, he's basically Nikola paid $56 million for this Zapgo company, and it was all bullshit as well.
Wow!
So Nikola got scammed
He got
just
scammed-
like
he
they've been
got scammed by
scamming
the-
other investors. And so
Holy shit.
they then by June 4th, 2020, it's this is also probably because of pandemic. They did, I don't know if you ever heard of the term of a reverse merger way of going public. It's kind of like I think it's similar to, I don't know if you've ever heard of like how nonprofits can get like, if you want to get tax exempt status, sometimes you can do it through another bigger nonprofit. who
Oh yeah,
basically
like a
vouches
fiscal
for you.
sponsor.
Exactly. So through some, like probably one of their other investing companies, and because a company that has already put money into the idea of what Nikola Motors is going to accomplish, it's like, well, yeah, we want to help you get public, so that way you can raise even more money from investors, and like we'll fucking take this bull running. They go through a reverse merger though. The thing is, like, you don't have to actually disclose all of the records and details that you do as would a normal company would have to do to actually go on have an IPO and start selling stock on the public market. It's a way to skirt around it, but that's like also how people fucking get fucking cons. So this was June 4th is when they went public, and in 1 week they made $30 billion.
Oh my God.
They were
Jesus
worth
fuck.
more. They had more value as a company than Ford Motor Company.
And they hadn't produced a fucking single thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ford Motor Company. The fucking motor company.
Henry Ford, you're rolling in.
Also, hey, look, Henry Ford, or the Ford Motor Company, that family owns the Detroit Lions. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so fuck them. Good.
Yeah.
The yeah, they went public for and they got up to around $30 billion in a week. By September 8th, 2020, General Motors takes an 11% stake.
What?
With basically a $2 billion investment to have 11% of Nikola Motors.
What?
Yes, General Motors. Now scroll down, you'll see, because General Motors is like, oh yeah, Nikola Motors is gonna have us. We're gonna make the Nikola Badger. This is gonna be the electric, and actual General Motors is actually like right now doing a lot of hype about their own electric vehicle stuff. I think they're start with the Hummer.
Mm-hmm.
But this Nikola Badger, this is what General Motors, it's like what they all started, sending slides out, and it's just all like fucking show. Thing is, this only exists as this 3D rendering here.
It isn't even a
truck.
real fucking
It's
truck.
not even real. It looks pretty convincing though,
Yeah,
doesn't
it does. I thought it was real.
Yeah. It's a 3D rendering. There is no real Nikola Badger.
Oh my God.
Yes.
What the
And
fuck?
That was September 8th when it was announced, anyways, that GM was investing $2 billion, and they were
September 8th of what year?
2020.
2020. Okay.
Damn.
2 days later, the short-selling investment research firm, which, God, it sounds like a great fucking job to like sniff out like bullshit companies. And their name is Hindenburg Research. And
That's pretty funny.
I know, it's fucking awesome. They released this bombshell report with full of email evidence, even voicemails and text messages from previous employees, like blowing the whole lid on like the whole, rolling the Nikola one in motion, rolling down the hill thing, and how much it was. Yeah, it was all just a continual fraud. And of course, that was 2 days after the big GM announcement.
Damn.
2 days.
Wow.
Where they're like, it probably was, well, obviously with the amount of research, at least they're saying, it's like they had been researching this for a while, and it wouldn't surprise me if it was like they maybe released it like right, as soon as they could after they heard GM. It's like we gotta let this bomb drop.
Right.
Like, fuck, you guys are ridiculous. So Trevor then
Morons.
Right?
he said like,
And
yes,
they
I know.
Go
went- then they
physically
go, like-
see the fucking thing.
It's
Yeah,
GM. Jesus
for 4
Christ.
years, yeah.
Mhm.
For 4 years, they made promises that were fucking just bullshit. It kept getting
Well,
grander
yeah.
and grander, and nobody asked for anything besides these videos and shit. I mean,
Well, and exactly. Like no one
Yeah,
asked
fuck 'em.
for
It's
some.
on them, dude. Like that,
Yep.
you fucking did that shit to yourself. Like that's
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
So like, of course, right when this dropped, Trevor was like, "Oh yeah, I promise, like I got like I can rebut all this stuff, And then what did he do? He deleted all his social media accounts. It just kind of ghosted. And so September
I
21st.
gotta say, fuck you to Hey Mans for saying Michigan sucks. So fuck you, Hey Mans.
Michigan
Piece of shit. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Goddamn Wisconsin cheese eating motherfuckers.
Damn. So where was it? Oh yeah. So anyways, at September 21st is when Trevor announced like, "Oh, I'm stepping down as CEO."
Trev.
And then to top it off, all of a sudden comes out these sexual assault allegations from his cousin.
What the fuck?
I know. And it turns out it was like back in like 1999 or something, or like in the 90s, when she was 15. He groped her, I guess, at some family event.
Oh my
It's like,
god.
oh, why? Because it's in Utah.
How old was he?
She was 15 at the time.
Oh, how old was he?
I'm not sure.
I guess it doesn't matter.
His age was, but it was like, yeah, regardless of age, it's your goddamn cousin.
Can you imagine that
yeah,
board meeting at GM after all this shit comes out?
Yeah.
The CEO is like, are
Dude,
you
the guy-
kidding me?
Dude, the
Like,
guy
what
who
the
pitched it,
fuck have we done?
yeah, the team
signed
that
off
pitched
on
it got
that
fucking
shit.
got fired.
Yeah. And like, it's just like, how did he fucking smooth talk? Oh, you think they would have their own engineers who'd be like, all right, let's see this fucking amazing.
Hell yeah! If I'm gonna invest $2 billion in something,
So
Yeah,
this,
I'm gonna have somebody
Well-
take a look at it. Look under the hood.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ, man.
so like immediately, like banks, dump the stock. They're just like, fuck, like we threw money in a stinker. They dumped it. The Department of Justice
This is
has
the most
charged
ridiculous
him with
story I've ever heard.
securities fraud. And they're now, the thing is though, the company is still, it still
It's
exists
still
and it's under
around?
new management.
Oh my
Are
god.
you fucking kidding me?
And they
See, this is some
apparently
white people
claim
shit right
they're-
here. I'm
they've
telling
been
you.
claiming that Q4, which is it not Q4
quarter-
now?
Yeah, it's
Quarter
Yeah.
four, they're coming out. They're coming out with hoverboards.
2021.
I bet you.
They were supposedly going to debut a new truck. Like,
What
had-
the fuck?
the thing is, like, I don't know. It must be through
So
this
great.
through this conglomeration. There must have been enough, I guess, like capital and some amount of intellectual property that, because someone from GM, like after this blew up, this report, and I guess because GM had money, like the deal obviously isn't going to completely be like what they wanted, but I think GM had already put money in, so they put one of their like CEOs or previous CEOs or whatever to like
Right, yeah. They
try
probably
to, like,
put a whole bunch of
salvage-
people in there. Go
Yeah.
See what you could fucking make out of this shit. You know
exactly.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So that's where it's
gonna
at
get
right
our
now.
fucking money back.
Um,
It
Yeah.
would be funny as fuck if GM took it over and like figured something out with the technology they had there and created like this perfect fucking
well,
truck that ran off of water because it
Well,
just
the thing
split
is
the
there-
hydrogen fucking cells. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and ran
it's
an engine
not-
off of that shit.
hydrogen, but have you seen that new GM logo and stuff they have now for the
Mm.
like it's supposedly the new Hummer is going to be the first
Yeah,
like,
the
full
the
electric
shit.
that they're coming out with.
They
I
have
wonder
new
how much of
trucks,
that.
GMC
Hummers-
trucks that are coming.
Don't
out.
Hummers get like fucking 11 miles to the gallon? With the electric Hummer's gonna get what? Not a very good mileage.
I have no idea what. Yeah, there's the new GM logo.
I mean, it doesn't really. It's the same amount of torque, whether you're. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying? You're going to use the same
yeah, but-
amount of battery power. The tires might be a little bigger. You might use a little bit more, but it can hold more probably because of the size.
Yeah. I have no idea whether the the new GM at least because they're doing that's what these companies do. They think how much money they fucking spend on hyping these like this is what we're gonna do,
Right.
got this fucking tree, and it's like right
Dude,
now
I'm a
that
gamer, you
whole new
crying to the
GM
fucking-
logo is all about
Yeah, right. No shit. Video
Their
games.
Yeah,
new
but you know
electric
what?
The worst ones
Any
at that.
self-respecting gamer does not
Yeah.
trust a trailer that does not have in-game footage.
Yeah, right.
If it doesn't have
see, now,
gameplay
see, you can't-
footage, it
but you
doesn't
can't even
exist.
say that. You can't even say that now because even the in-gameplay footage is some shit they just programmed to do.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
It'll be
true.
like in-game
Right,
footage, and there's
took
just
the
some shit.
characters
Yeah.
and edited.
Yeah,
But
I mean, yeah, just,
gamers have become so much more savvy over that shit. I can't believe fucking GM and all NASA
Right?
and everybody
NASA and
else.
shit.
I mean, come on, man.
yeah.
They've got to
Um,
see fucking shit like this all the time. You know, people trying to cash in on this crap.
Or is it just like they know how to talk the talk?
I
I mean, the guy
guess.
took one
Fucking
semester
Utah.
of marketing.
He-
One semester.
He's
Just be
good,
one
man.
of those. He could be one of those dudes that can sell fucking Avion to a drowning man.
Yeah, right. Right, or an empty glass of water to a burning monkey. I mean, it's just like, all right.
I
here
don't
you
know
go.
what that means, but are you done so we can
100%.
move on? Or?
So yeah, that is
Pretty sure
kinda
a
where-
burning monkey will take whatever you get.
Exactly. Here's some water, burning monkey.
It's just-
What?
Oh, okay.
All right. So that is the crazy wild story of Nikola Motors.
Fucking A.
Moving along now to the what's sexy. We've got Oracle with Crash Cart.
Crash cart.
What's
So I have been putting a little project together. I'll play a video that I took. So I've got I had like this old podium thing that I had, and in the bottom I put my Xbox Series X, and I ran some, I cut some holes in it, drilled some holes in it so I can run cords in it, and on the top, I've got my laptop, and with the laptop, I can hook up a capture card that runs on USB 3.0, and I can actually use the laptop as a monitor and record at the same time on the laptop. So I can record and play directly through the Xbox, and then I've got a cord running out of the back of the thing, which I can hook up to my TV and play on the 65-inch TV if I want. And it's all on this
Jesus.
fucking cart that I can wheel around. It's,
I see it there.
yeah.
Look at the smile on his face.
Jesus Christ.
He's like a fucking fat
This
kid
is-
in the candy
This
store.
is
Look at him.
this is look, you could just because you don't want to lug a laptop and an Xbox to a different room.
Yes.
It's actually pretty
Really?
brilliant.
Oh,
That is
dude.
like-
Dude,
that is
I am
fucking-
bringing this thing to Wisconsin with me. I am putting it in my car and
serious? That's
driving to
awesome.
Wisconsin because it's got everything that I need. It's got fucking chargers, USB chargers, so I can charge my cell phone or my headphones. In the back behind the Xbox, it actually has a rechargeable battery charging thing, so I can swap out my controller batteries on the fly.
Jesus fucking-
It's got a plug-in for Ethernet on the back, so I could fucking plug
Hey,
in.
where did you get this?
It's all shit that I had around.
You
like,
built
Just like
it?
put-
Yeah.
yeah,
He
he built it out of
built
the
it.
Yeah.
You
sky.
MacGyvered this shit?
yeah, I fucking
Did it already have
MacGyvered
wheels
this
on
shit.
it?
Dude,
Yeah.
it's fucking sick, man. It is so
Kudos.
awesome.
Did that stand already have wheels on it?
Yeah, the stand already had wheels on it, so it was like a just this podium thing that I had around that it really wasn't using, and it's got like a retractable top on it, and it works
It's like a
perfectly.
perfect size for that stand. You know, the way that Xbox
Yeah.
is like
I
a
mean, is it so retractable top? Is the top closed when you're running the Xbox, or is it open?
So it's got enough. It's the Xbox is like probably 70% out, like clear
Oh,
total
okay.
clearance, and then it's
Okay,
got
same.
enough over the top where it's not going to overheat. So yeah, it's a pretty fucking sick setup. But I was really surprised with the Xbox how running through that capture card with USB 3.0. So I've got an Elgato HD60 4K HD60 Plus or whatever the fuck. The main thing is that it's got the USB 3.0. So it's fast enough where the input delay isn't there. So I can do a screen preview through OBS and just use my monitor screen, which is actually really nice. Like it's a nice, vibrant screen. So it's like having a fucking really nice screen to be able to play the games on if it isn't plugged into a TV. And I would have thought there was would be more input delay, but it's I can play Rocket League, and if I ever have like input delay, it's too much on Rocket League. I can't play it. So yeah, if you're looking for to nerd out on some shit,
Oracle will build you one for $175.
yeah, that's right. You got
3
to
easy
supply
payments at $49.95.
Yeah, right.
Powered by hydrogen. Sponsored by Nikola Motors.
Yeah. Powered by hydrogen. It can go 1,000 miles.
Yeah,
before
right.
having to refill. All right.
It
Moving
brings you
along now
close.
to let's see here. We got Mistic with Gotham Chess.
All right, so at this new job, it's
Yesterday,
it's kind of boring. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like it's just
You poor fool.
just boring. So I've been watching a lot of like YouTube, and this guy I've been watching called Gotham Chess. He's a chess streamer, which I guess he makes money off of it. Like whatever, he's good. He's an international masters, which means he's very fucking good. But his shit is informative and pretty funny at the same time. So it's fun to watch. Like it's like he plays, you know, he'll break all the games down that he plays basically, and it's if you like
Ju-
chess. It's
So
fucking
when
cool.
he plays, when he streams, does he play on an actual physical board, or does he use
No, it's
like
over chess.com usually.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Is that kind of the standard? Like chess.com? I guess I've never fucking done any of that.
Yeah,
shit.
that's chess.com is like the biggest one. That's where all the big like the you know all professional players pretty much have
Uh-huh.
bots on there,
Mhm.
which means they've programmed AI bots to like play like those people.
Huh. That's pretty
You can go play him at any time and literally get the shit kicked out of you, you know, if he really wants. I tried playing him the other day. I was like, oh, let me just see this, dude. It was like 10 moves.
Huh.
Because like I just got back. I was like, holy fuck, I don't even know what to do here. Like I'm just, dude. These people are fucking so good. But this guy actually gives away. It's like a magician showing you the secrets. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily a secret. It's just
it's
that
just
he's
like a
put in.
tactic or
He's
whatever.
been playing since he was 5, and he's, you know what I mean. He was at one point he was the highest ranked amateur in the United States. You know what I mean? He doesn't suck, and he tells, you know, he's put in thousands and thousands and thousands of fucking hours of chess.
Mhm.
And he knows a lot of shit, and he'll tell it to you. You know, a lot of dudes on there I've noticed don't. You know, they'll show you their games, but they're not going to tell you fucking their thinking. You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah, how they, because that is the whole point of chess is that
How
And
you
that's-
process it. Yeah.
that's how I was never good because I could maybe think 2 plays ahead. But,
Right. Well, and it's a lot of repetition. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the top players are basically fucking. They've remembered how these lines go. You know what I mean? Because after the first 10 moves in chess, there's like over 100 trillion different possibilities or some shit like that. You know
Damn.
what I'm saying?
Wow.
So like, you know, they don't know everything, but they've seen so much that they know how to react and how to set things up. And it's just that's the difference. You can know how to fucking move the pieces, but you got to know how to fucking make 3 of them work together, basically, and fucking fuck shit up. So anyway, if you like chess, check it out. Gotham Chess.
Cool.
Word. Moving along to Teddy. The harder they fall.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Big drink Teddy.
Ooh, hey man, that water good. The Harder They Fall is a black western that recently came out here on Netflix. I love the movie. All of the people, the basis of the movie is the Rufus Buck gang. The bad guys are chased down by the Nat Love gang, the good guys. all of the people in the movie actually did exist in time. It is not a biopic. It's just the director wanted to put them all together and create a story. I really liked the movie. The dialogue was fucking awesome. The movie was very visual. There's a the color town is all different kinds of colors, but it looks nice. And then there's a part where they have to go to a white town, and when you go to and they say, and it's that's Mayville, that's a white town. And when they go to the white town, it's a white town. The horses are white, all the buildings are white, fucking everything's fucking white. It's fucking. I mean, the ground is white. It's fucking awesome. I liked a lot of the camera work. Seeing a black western was an all black cast in the western is pretty fucking awesome. 1 in 4 cowboys back in the day was black. Like I said, all of these people existed in history. It's got Idris Elba playing Rufus Buck, Zazie Beetz as Stagecoach Mary, Jonathan Majors is Nat Love, Lakeith Stanfield is Cherokee Bill, and Delroy Lindo is Bass Reeves.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask if that was that badass fucking ranger dude.
He's supposedly the Lone Ranger is based off of him. Yeah, he brought in his own fucking son, man. He was a bad motherfucker. He was a bad marshal. I'll give the movie fucking 4.7. 4.7. 5 bongs.
Damn.
It was a really good movie.
4.75.
Yeah, 4.75. 4 3/4 stars. If you ever watched.
That's a lot of. That's a lot of.
It was a good movie, man. I really enjoyed it. The music was fucking awesome. The soundtrack. It's got some Jay-Z in there. It's got some Rick Ross, a little bit of CeeLo. The music goes well with the movie. It's fucking awesome. If you haven't seen it, check it out. The story is great. And if you ever want to look up some of the people in history to find out who they were in the West, that's awesome too. So I mean, like one of the characters, Stagecoach Mary, was the first black woman to deliver for the Postal Service. So yeah,
cool.
So check out some of America's history. And watch a cool fucking Western movie.
Word. All right. Moving along to me. My What's Sexy is giving you guys a break from my long-windedness. Because
you never fucking do that because you're talking now.
Oh, right. Oh. Exactly. So what's so sexy is me being Kurt. Moving along to fuck what you think. Oracle.
Wow.
Give me the good shit.
Okay, Kurt. Yeah, give me the good shit. So one thing that I've been noticing with the Series X as I've been doing like the when I run it on the laptop, I'm running at 1080p. And what I would expect that when I do that, it should have a lot more headroom for frames to push out the frames.
Doesn't that give you like 1241 or 1214 or whatever that fucking setting is?
You have different options, but it's one thing that's really disappointing about the Series X and about the games that are on it is basically it'll give you 2 options. It'll be, okay, you can have performance mode or you can have quality mode. Quality mode is runs at 30 frames per second. It's got a little bit more visual effects, but I don't want to play games at 30 frames per second. I can't fucking do it. Like it bothers the shit out of me. So I play it on performance mode, which is 30 frames per second, and it looks pretty good, but it's like, guys, I know you have, especially if I'm running this at 1080, that Series X can definitely do the quality mode shit at 60 at 1080. If I'm
so why is it not?
Because it doesn't give you the option. You only have the option for performance or quality.
And where's this option at in the Xbox menu?
In the game. It's in the games. Yes, it's game specific. So Guardians of the Galaxy is a good example. So Guardians of the Galaxy just dropped a big patch today, which added a ray tracing mode. Ray tracing mode looks fantastic. But it doesn't matter if you're running it in 4K or if you're running it in 1080, it will still put it at 30 frames per second. And it's like, fuck, man. I mean, you've got the power.
Crazy. that game, and it's kind of fucked up because that game kind of tricks you because like I'm always stoned when I play anyway, but I didn't even know that the game looks great no matter which one you play it on in 4K, I believe, but. And that's how it kind of tricks you. I didn't even know about that little feature.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, if you're somebody that really pays attention to the frame rate, Forza Horizon 5 is another one that defaulted on, and a lot of these games default on quality mode and not performance mode, so they default on 30 frames per second. I'm about ready to have an epileptic seizure when I'm looking at 30 frames per second. Like I can't fucking stand that shit. But yeah, it's just like, hey.
How many years we dealt with 30 frames per second?
Not even, right? We were at like 20 frames per second, right?
We have just reached a new level of fucking first world problems.
Yeah, it is exactly. That's a first
Seriously,
world
dude. Come on.
You gotta. That's funny.
Just give me some more options. If I'm gonna tank, let me tank my frame rate if I want to tank my frame rate. But whatever.
Yeah.
It's my frame rate. It's a free country.
I mean, if the hardware can do it, why not?
Yeah, why not?
The Series X can do it.
I know it can do it. That's the thing. It's powerful as shit. Let me fucking use that power. That's all.
That's all. Okay. Moving along here to Mistic being the new guy.
I just don't like being the new guy. It's not meeting people or anything. It's that they all treat you dumb. They all treat you like you're fucking dumb.
You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. Because you are dumb. You're the new guy. You don't know how shit goes.
Fuck you.
Okay?
Fuck you.
You're last in line for coffee every fucking day because you're the new guy.
Yeah.
Like tonight.
And you got to clean the coffee pot.
No. Like tonight, it's like 8 o'clock, right? The show goes on at 9. And my boss is sitting there talking to me. So what am I going to do? Just say I got to go to work? No, I'm going to talk to him, right? So then, like this dude that's like supposed to be training me, who's over doing something else, like sends me a message, and he's like, "Hey, Mackenzie, the 9 o'clock producer is worried that you're not going to get this stuff done, you know, because you don't have because there was a ton of shit still left to do." And I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." So like they started flipping out and shit, right, dude? I got it all done with no mistakes in like 25 minutes.
Nice.
Right?
Nice.
And like she comes up and she's like, I'm sorry. I'm used to like people who don't know what I'm like, just don't, I'm fine. Just leave me alone in the corner and we're all good. She's like, okay. You know what I mean? Like
you can't be the fat guy in the corner, Doug.
You got to set the terms.
Well, you know, though, like, it's good to like prove them wrong.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Well, you can be like the crazy teammate, you know, like they're like, oh man, he gets shit done, but
wild card.
Right, he's the wild card.
Well,
right?
their system is way faster too. You know what I mean? So it was. It's just, you know, if I had
that
run
makes a
into
huge
problem,
difference.
I couldn't have probably gotten it done. But yeah, it went smooth. I mean, it's I don't know, whatever. It is what it is. I just don't like it. It's just the same as if Ashtray was to go to a different fucking, you know, shop.
Sign shop.
Well,
they
yeah.
fucking treat you like a fucking noob, you know. And
Well, when
like,
the next new guy comes in, you can fucking
you know
haze
how
him.
to cut a banner,
right? Yeah.
Put a pencil on his chair.
Oracle, do you remember? God, this is years back where you were helping me for. I think it was the guesswork event or whatever. You and me were in the shop.
Oh, we're punching grommets or some shit, weren't we?
Well, yeah, we were doing that, but also like cutting banners. And you're like, how are you doing that? Like, because yours were getting all raggedy and stuff.
Oh yeah.
It just kind of like that secondhand nature of doing it so much. You know exactly the right pressure and speed to like just cut it clean. And it's like, I don't know how to like explain it, but yeah, I could see that exactly happening. It's like, oh, this is a utility blade.
Yeah.
Okay, Jesus. All right, moving along to me. Let's see here. What was my fuck what you think? Oh, what you think was that bad news that did you hear the 9-year-old from the Astro World?
Oh yeah, that kid died, right?
Yeah.
Why
I
was a
mean,
9-year-old
Yeah,
at a
why the
Travis Scott
fuck
concert?
was the
I
9-year-old
know,
kid
right?
there?
I know. Well,
I've never heard a Travis Scott song. Is he like a
That's-
rapper or is it like hip hop, like R&B or
No,
something?
no, no. He's a rapper.
I think
Oh,
he's kind of
okay.
like a hardcore rapper, kind
It's
of.
not.
I
Really?
myself,
So yeah, what the fuck is a 9-year-old
It's not.
doing?
It's
Right.
not a. I would
well,
consider it hip hop.
he was there with his father, and unfortunately, like the crush, he was on his father's shoulders,
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
and the crowd crush got so bad that his
The
dad
father
passed
just
out.
threw the kid. He's like, "Fucking take the
Oh.
kid."
Yeah, take the kid. Let me. Yeah.
Dad passed out. Really?
That's fucked.
Oh yeah, the
That's
dad
really fucked up.
passed out, and then like fell into the crowd crush.
Mm-hmm.
When he finally came to, he could not find his kid.
Oh man, that's rough.
And yeah, so he was in a coma for gosh, I don't know, like a week or so. Here, because this story was from
That's fucked up.
the 14th, so 3 days ago it was announced. But yeah, he and he was like a huge. There's even pictures, like they took pictures outside of that goofy like Travis Scott like head that people walk through to get into the event. It's just kind of crazy how like you can see that now with our technology we can capture all those little moments, like him standing outside there like doing this outside right before going to the show with his dad. And I can imagine like his dad wanting to show him a good time.
Mhm.
And
Are we
That's-
trying to make people
that-
cry here?
I mean, really, that's a bad. I'm sorry, that's bad parenting, bro.
It is.
Taking a 9.
Yeah.
well,
taking a 9-year-old to
getting
Astro
that
World. I
deep
mean,
in
it's
that
kind of a.
crowd, yeah.
I mean, and taking a 9-year-old to Astro World. I mean, it's kind of.
Well, I think you could take your kid to Astroworld if you didn't get in the frickin' thick of it, like stayed back.
Right.
But
Right.
who knows? Who knows also how old his dad was.
He could have been like 15.
I would like to be generous and say at least 18.
Dude, I was at an Usher concert with my wife, and this father was there, who had never heard any Usher music, but his 11-year-old daughter loved Usher, but he never listened to any music, and it was Nas Usher, and I think Faith Hill, I think Faith Evans was the chick that's married to Biggie. But yeah, and I was like, it was a rough concert because he was like, what the fuck? I mean, he brought her chick up on stage and got on the bed with her and shit. I was like, yeah, that's why you listen to your kids' music. Okay, it's called parenting.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Like-
Right.
Right.
But yeah, I could also see like maybe maybe the dad was only like 25,
See,
29.
yeah, but
I mean, as a
even at
9-year-old,
even
you know,
at
you'd be-
20-something, I would have been smart enough if I took my 9-year-old to a fucking Slipknot concert to not go into the pit.
Yeah, go into the
Yeah.
pit.
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Right.
You gotta throw more
Sit in the
elbows,
back.
baby.
Right.
It's like you gotta
Yeah.
learn how to fight.
Yeah.
You gotta throw more elbows, baby.
yeah. So the
Anyway,
poor little kid got
Asher, you there? All right.
trampled.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
My son's
Moving
out of
along.
town. My
What's that?
son's out of
Teddy?
town right now. My son's out of town right now, so thanks for that story. Appreciate
Yeah. Let's just pull at your heartstrings. That was my entire
it.
angle. Moving along to Teddy. Jared Goff.
Jared Goff is the quarterback of the Detroit Lions. They traded him for Matthew Stafford. The Detroit Lions got 3 picks, 2 first-round picks in 2022 and 2023, and a third-round pick in 2021. So how did that shit work out?
I have no
I
idea.
mean, they didn't do this shit before the season started.
Mm-hmm.
So how did they get it? I mean, did they get their third-round pick? I was curious about that.
Somebody probably owned somebody else's 3rd-round pick.
What?
I don't
Yeah,
get
but
how that happened. It's like behind the scenes of
Right,
deals,
but
right?
it was for 2021. That draft's already gone on. Is what I'm saying. They got a 3rd-round pick in 2021.
So does a player automatically transfer over to the
So, yeah,
Lions?
that's what I was curious about that. So, but anyway, against
think
the
that
Steelers,
happens.
That's awesome. Who cares? Anyway, against the Steelers, he threw for 11 yards in the first half of the game.
Oh
I'm the
my
draft master.
God.
He's He's thrown 8 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. I'm not. Come on, Lions. Come on, Lions. Come on, Lions. Come on, Duds. I mean, look, okay, we did not go undefeated this year. That's a big plus.
How are
So
they
we're look-
so bad?
You mean defeated?
Yeah.
Oh, defeated. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
real stoned. I've been hitting bags for like an hour.
How is this organization so consistently bad?
Dude, it's bad decision making. I remember it was years back where we had
It's
first
funny.
round
Bad
picks.
It's funny to
decision
watch.
making, beget.
Yeah, we
bad
had
decision
we had
making.
like I think we had like John
Bad
Kitten or
decision.
something as our fucking quarterback. And instead of getting a new quarterback because he was like 87 years old, we for like 3 years in a row we picked fucking like wide receivers and shit. I mean, and it was just fucking. I'm like, dude, we have nobody to throw that can throw the ball. Then we had one of the dirtiest players on defense for a while, but he left. That was
That was like
that
a
was-
high point
that
for
was
the
the high
fucking
point, yeah, for
for
the
the
fucking
Lions.
One of the main reasons I want to get off this Madden that we're playing is because I've got Matt Patricia to 2 Super Bowls, and I feel sick about that. And so I want to get rid of that.
You should just
Detroit
find a new
Lions-
team, man.
The Detroit Lions have ruined 2 athletic careers at position at fucking skill positions like that were probably the best of
The best, yeah.
their
The wide
era.
receiver, yeah, Megatron and Barry
Barry
Sanders.
And Barry
Sanders,
Sanders,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Emmitt Smith wouldn't have that rushing record if
Fuck no.
if Barry Sanders hadn't retired.
If the Lions, yeah,
and he-
yeah,
yeah,
or look at Megatron. That motherfucker
Mhm.
could have. He had 5-6 more solid years of dominating motherfuckers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fuck Jared Goff. Let's get a new quarterback. Let's ruin some other young kid's career and give him a chance to fucking bring back a dying franchise. It's got to turn around for us sometime.
Word.
You need fucking RoboCop. That's who you need out there.
You know,
Plow
somebody
the
wanted,
field.
somebody wanted to build a $50,000 statue.
Wasn't there a
of RoboCop.
Yeah,
football?
you did a fucking.
Wasn't there a robot football game? Or maybe I'm thinking of the Neo Geo robot baseball game.
There was a bunch of robot football games.
There's an orc football
Yeah,
game.
there's a
Oh yeah, Blood Bowl or whatever.
Yeah.
Blood Bowl is fucking crazy. It'll
Probably
intrigue
a
you. Don't play it.
football game filled with like Muslim fucking Santa Clauses or something.
Muslim Santa Claus is
Yeah, they got
What?
video games for everything, man.
the funniest Santa Claus.
Like, what was that one? What was that fucking Muhammad one that we fucking? That she's like
Oh God, that,
Muhammad or whatever the fuck it
It
was.
was
like
like
Muhammad-
Goat Fuck Simulator. Or
Yeah,
something.
Go fucking Simulator. Yeah, starring Muhammad.
was
Steam is a fucking weird place.
yeah.
A
That was
weird
yeah,
fucking
like you.
place.
It was Jesus like
Steam is even
molesting
weirder.
pigs and stuff in a
Yeah,
video game
yeah.
form. And I'm
Yeah.
sure it was
And
just
this
like
was and this
some
was a game?
troll
Oh yeah.
who
Yes,
went to school
really?
for video
Yes.
game design.
Yeah.
I remember the screenshots that you shared with us, but like
I
know,
think
it
if
was
you look
some-
up the Red Eye
Oh, there was a
report,
video. Pretty sure there was a
yeah,
whole
if
video.
you look up the Red
Oh,
Eye
was it?
report and Google us and just start searching through pages, I think you will find images of this.
yeah, it'll be yeah, it was a while ago, but it was like, it's some guy who went to school for fucking video game design and didn't have the social skills to even get a job at Denny's.
So he made
he's sitting in his
Muhammad
Denny's
basement
go
of his
fuck
parents' house and
simulator.
he's like, he hates Muslims. Because
Wow,
it's easy to
that's
hate.
great.
Well, that's white people blame their problems on all kinds of other people.
That's the white man. All right,
Mhm.
moving along.
No. All right, in all seriousness, go fuck yourself and salted peanuts. That's our show.
Yeah,
We're going to be here every
Yeah,
Wednesday
they
or
are pretty
Thursday night
gross.
at 10 p.m. Central-ish. Make sure you join the conversation at theredeyereport.com or facebook.com/redeyereport. You can also twiddle us at Red Eye Report. But I think
We're
was our Twitter
banned.
take
We're
long?
banned
We're
right
banned
now.
again.
we no longer have a Twitter. So
Yes.
if you want to at somebody at Schlegbog, that's now the de facto Red Eye Report Twitter
Oh.
page.
Okay. Yeah, our Schlegbog account,
So-
which is like the Trump Karen.
Yeah.
Man, we've been deplatformed. How dare you.
Literally banned. Yeah, for saying
Jesus.
calling people cunts.
Way to go, Mistic.
It
'Cause
wasn't
I'm
even really that
ashtray.
bad. I don't even
I'm
remember what it
Oracle.
was. I'm Mistic.
And I'm Teddy. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
And
Boom.
this is the Red Eye Report.
Whoop, whoop.